Tonight, what a difference a few days can make.
Very exciting to see the snow. I'm ready for it.
As snow finally falls on Red Lodge, we show you the big changes coming to the ski area.
I'm really excited about this season and the seasons to come.
And West End worries.
It just doesn't match the landscape of the surrounding area, and the infrastructures are not in place for it.
As fields give way to development, this neighborhood celebrates a victory, but the fight may be far from over.
The MTN 530 news starts right now.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Andrea Lutz.
And I'm Russ Riesinger. Tonight, plans for the controversial Barber Farm subdivision on the West End are now on hold.
That's right. Developers want to build 350 homes and apartments right here off Central Avenue and 48th Street West. But longtime homeowners near the subdivision say it'll cause harm, from everything to too much traffic to lowering their property values.
All that backlash now has the developers withdrawing their plans for at least a year. Our Hannah Pettiferi has the latest.
The plan may be on pause, but it's far from dead, as the developer says he may submit a new application. It's this land right here that has many concerned. It's an empty field now, but it could become a home of hundreds of homes. And many neighbors worried that it might not be compatible with the neighborhood.
It's a reality Nathan Moore's father can't seem to escape.
He left there because it was very noisy and busy, and he didn't see sunlight till about 10 o'clock.
Development encroaching upon his home.
11 o'clock with the high-rise buildings.
And now the Moores fear history will soon repeat itself.
We moved him here, and now it looks like the same thing's going to happen again.
Nathan thought this would be a quiet neighborhood where his dad could live, but growth is everywhere.
My understanding is about 600 new homes in the area. You're looking at, the average Montanan has 1.8 cars. That's a lot of vehicles that are going to be hitting the street.
And you get this many cars coming down right at the
Billings City Councilman Mike Boyette understands the frustrations, but says if developers meet the 10 criteria the city requires,
this means park.
There's little the city can do.
We have no choice but to approve this as duplexes under state law. We don't have a choice. This is one of the hardest jobs of a city council anywhere is land, because of emotions and rules.
The proposed development encompassed about 55 acres. Most of it now farmland. Nearby homeowners like Bill Duke says they knew development would come, but not fourplexes and duplexes.
So you're not opposing a development going here?
No. What we are politely asking, make it compatible with what we have.
And maybe that's what the developer is planning to do. He withdrew proposed plans for the area.
The gentleman agreed to redo his plan, resubmit it to the zoning committee, and then it would have to come back to the council. That was a win-win for everybody.
A potential win-win if developers come back here with a different plan. Only time will tell. In Billings, Hannah Pettiferi, MTN News.
This newest West End subdivision is raising a familiar question. Can our schools handle the growth? We asked School District 2 what they're seeing as more neighborhoods are annexed into the city of Billings. Well, Billings School says it saw only a slight increase in middle and high school enrollment and says it's manageable with programs like the Career Center and others. Elementary numbers have dipped slightly, so officials have little concern. But the debate over a new high school, of course, continues. Several years ago, you might remember a parent group formed wanting to build a new high school to serve the growing Elder Grove, Blue Creek, Canyon Creek, and Elysian school districts. That same year, lawmakers passed a bill to help fund a new high school in Yellowstone County, but the governor vetoed it.
What a difference a week makes. Red Lodge receiving a good bit of fresh powder just in time for opening day on December 5th. When those gates open, folks will be noticing some changes, including added safety to the triple chair and overflow parking. But perhaps the biggest move, the hiring of a new general manager. Tonight, Charlie Kleps shares her vision for the mountain.
Last week, Red Lodge Mountain was forced to delay the start of their season due to a lack of snow. But as you can see now, it's a little bit of a different story. Close to 4 inches fell on Monday night, and that's here at the brand new parking lot, which is one of the new changes made by new GM Gene Miklas.
It is absolutely amazing that Mother Nature showed up for us.
It was a storm celebrated around the region.
Very exciting to see the snow. I'm ready for it.
As Red Lodge Mountain staff and visitors got to see the first real signs of winter.
I'm really hopeful. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to have a nice, big, long season and maybe even see the season extended a little bit more.
Billings resident Tori Hess was among the many growing impatient by the lack of snowfall who now have a newfound confidence.
I'm really excited about this season and the seasons to come.
And while Hess is excited, no one is more thrilled to see the difference 1 week can make, as you see in these pictures, than Miklas.
We all know that temperatures are changing. That's just all there is to it. And we're certainly feeling that and experiencing it.
That's why the opening date was delayed, a decision Miklas says was based on staff safety and the quality of the experience, with safety already a focus following last year's tragic death of Jeff Zinni on the triple chair.
My heart breaks every time I hear about that incident, and it certainly goes out to the families involved.
This summer, the mountain installed more wind speed monitors along the lift line and reinforced other safety protocols on the chair.
Our teams have been dedicated to ensuring that we get the lift up and running and making the right changes that we need to.
On the quality of experience side of things, look no further than this empty lot. Miklas says it'll provide an extra 100 spaces with a shuttle getting skiers up to the base.
This should really be a game changer for our teams, but also a better experience for our guests that are skiing and riding here.
All changes visitors like Hess are excited for.
I'm excited to see what happens. I hope it keeps that small Montana vibe to it.
Miklas, a Montana native herself, says that will be the case.
My goal is to listen and learn and try to understand kind of what is the soul of the mountain, what's the soul of the skier experience. Make sure we don't lose that.
In Red Lodge, Charlie Kleps, MTN News.
Tonight, word of another crash at the now notorious intersection in the Billings Heights, the same crossing where neighbors have been begging for safety upgrades. The Montana Highway Patrol says a chain reaction crash happened Saturday at Bitterroot Drive and Mary Street after the driver of a Dodge Ram blew through a stop sign. The pickup hit a Ford heading west on Mary, pushing it into a Kia. This comes just days after our report on the growing concerns at this very intersection. The city recently added safety flags to the existing stop signs and added stop ahead signs. While MDT continues their traffic study, it's expected within a week or so. Neighbors hope the renewed focus will finally prevent another serious crash.
Okay, here comes the 1-2 punch. First, we're going to talk about snow. Initial round starts to move in, especially in western Montana tomorrow. But then we go from really Thursday night, Friday, some lingering snow showers on Saturday. And there's about a 50% chance that Billings gets at least 3 inches of snow with some impacts, especially in through north central Montana. Then the cold. It was very chilly across northeastern Montana today after the cold and snow and slick conditions from this morning. And the cold really doesn't settle in initially through the holiday, although it will be chilly into the eastern plains. But once we get to that first snow, things will start to clear out. It opens the door to the cold, and by the time we get into Sunday, single-digit temperatures in the morning. Details coming up.
It's a real thing this time of year, holiday heart syndrome. Thanksgiving is the start of the trifecta of stressors on the heart: alcohol, salty rich foods, and stress. Tonight, our Will Wagner has ways to identify it and ease your stress.
Whether it's getting that right gift or just dealing with the in-laws, it's no secret the holidays can be stressful.
The holidays just add a layer of pressure to do everything, to be perfect, to prepare the perfect meal that you bring to the holiday dinner. Do you expect people to be perfect? The answer is no.
Mental health therapist David Eichler says much of the stress between Thanksgiving and New Year's comes from 3 sources: money, time, and energy. And he's got some ideas on how to cope. As for energy, he says taking steps to separate busyness from stress, as well as spreading out responsibilities, can be helpful.
I could have 12 things that I need to accomplish between now and Christmas Day. Well, that doesn't mean I'm stressed. That means I'm busy. And a lot of people skip past busy and go straight to stress because everybody around them is talking about how stressed they are. And that's not the best thing you can do for yourself.
That second big stressor is money. Eichler says being present and thoughtful is more important than shelling out cash for a big gift.
You can't go anywhere 3 weeks before Thanksgiving now without starting to hear Christmas jingles and being reminded you need to spend money, you need to spend money, you need to follow the rules of consumerism.
Finally, time may be hard to find as the days count down. Whether it's groceries or gift shopping, Eichler says doing it online may be worth it in the long run.
You are worried about your energy, then you can shop online. And somebody might say, oh, well, that's not the same as shopping in person. And it's like, well, that's kind of true. But if you're worried about your time and your energy, you're choosing to be stressed by doing that.
We bumped into some shoppers at the plaza on Grand and 13th. Those we spoke to say they are not very stressed and emphasized focusing on family first.
What do I look forward to is being together with the family. That's all. Happiness and health. The gifts aren't the big thing for me. I keep telling them I don't need anything. I just want to see you.
In Billings, Will Wagner, MTN News.
The Montana Rescue Mission is preparing to feed 450 hungry bellies this Thanksgiving. Take a look as volunteers gathered at the kitchen and the dining hall to focus on the turkey. Thanksgiving dinner will be served on Thursday at noon to residents at the mission, and then at 1:30 p.m. the dinner is open to the community. The food will be served restaurant style with waiters and even hosts, making it a comfortable experience for their guests.
Everybody needs to feel loved and like they belong, and serving people in this way where it's not just handing them a plate of food, but hosting them and seating them at the table, bringing the food to the table, treating people with so much grace and dignity.
I'm very blessed. I wake up in the morning wanting to go to work. It's a very rewarding job. Not easy, but rewarding.
It takes about 40 people on Thanksgiving Day to make the holiday run smooth. Last year, the shelter served 370 people, and this year the rescue mission has enough turkey to feed 600 mouths.
The Montana Farm Bureau says the average Thanksgiving plate is a little cheaper than last year. Turkey prices are down a bit, along with dinner rolls and stuffing mix, giving shoppers a bit of a break. But there are a couple of items to watch out for. Store-made veggie trays have gotten a lot more expensive. Sweet potatoes are running higher as well. Overall, the cost of Thanksgiving dinner has been dropping for the past 3 years after spiking to a record high in 2022.